Okay, so this is part 2 of your groom and wash assessment. So we've done the legs. The other part that you'd have to do is the tail. Again, that's an area that can be quite tricky, particularly if horses are manoeuvring around with you and trying to potentially kick you. So there's a few safety considerations to do when doing that. So again, the same steps are the same in terms of we're going to apply warm water first, we're then going to apply this shampoo, and then we're going to rinse it, and then we're going to dry it, and then we're going to show you how you do that all safely for your assessment without getting referral. So again, get my bucket of warm water. If we just move them just straight forward. So again, that'll do. Good boys down. So we're going to get the bucket, nice wet sponge, bring the tail to the side, so I'm not directly behind, start from the top, working your way down. Again, so I've just had that sponge there, I've just dropped it. Okay, what do I do? How do I get that safely? One of the first things I would probably do is ask my handler just to come around, do a walk around so that I can get my sponge without getting kicked. So again, I could have just gone and grabbed the sponge and that would have left me vulnerable to getting kicked. But I've used my common sense and I've asked the handler to move the horse so that I can still do my job safely and effectively. Again, you can just see I'm cusping the sponge around the tail, so I'm just trying to get it as wet as possible all the way down to the bottom. Once that's done, I'm going to get my soapy water. Keep it close to me, but not too close. Start from the top. And again, working my way down. You can just see I'm trying to get the sponge around the tail so I can feed it into the tail. What I like to do after that is just use my hand, just massage it into the tail and the coat to there at the top. Okay, now we need to rinse the soap out. Typically you'd like to leave that in for a little bit longer so that the shampoo can do its job by removing dirt and untangling any of the tail. Just for your assessment purposes, I'm just trying to show you the steps. Again, starting from the top, working my way down, and I'm rinsing the shampoo out of the tail. Going underneath the tail now, and working my way from the top down to the bottom. Again, if there's a bit of shampoo that gets on the coat, and again on the legs, we'll just rinse those legs down. You can easily dry them. We'll do the same on the other side. Always go around the front, never go around the back. Okay, now we're going to dry the tail. So, you get my towel. There's a couple of ways you could do this. This is called the windmill effect. So you might want to step back a little bit because what I'm trying to do is get some of that excess water. You have to be careful here because if I was to do this and the horse was to react negatively, I'd stop. Grab my towel, grab the tail, and I'm rubbing all the way down through the tail. So again, you want to make sure you're scrubbing all the way down, trying to remove any of that excess water. Again, you're not going to get this bone dry. What you're trying to do is just get most of the wet moisture out of the tail so that it doesn't leave the horse feeling cold. Particularly at the top of the tail, that's where the dock is, where they can feel that, where their circulation is. I'm now going to just dry those back legs again, just where the water's been dripping. Again, being careful not to go directly behind, just at his side on my feet. Give it a good old scrub. Again, I'll go around the front. And then finally, I'm just going to give my tail a quick brush by getting a mane and tail comb. I'm just going to basically just go through the tail, taking any knots out. Should be quite easy to do. And voila, job done. Tail's now washed, dried, and ready to go back into his stable. If he was going through races, you're preparing him ready, you could plait that up and keep it nice and clean and tidy. Okay, that's all you need to do. Well done.